Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to kind of hopefully briefly present you with an interesting storm window project that we just completed about a week or two ago. For those of you that aren't familiar with storm windows, you might live in a climate where they're not used, or maybe another country that they're not traditional. They're essentially a panel that's secured to the outer part of the window jamb, and they came about, I guess, around the in the 1800s at some point to add a layer of protection to the single pane windows, and to also add some insulation in the colder climates. The extra pane of glass helped insulate better. They were wooden glass panels, and they had to be swapped out. And eventually, when wire screening was developed, then people had screen windows too, panels. So they were swapped out with the screen panels in the spring, and then the glass was put back in the fall. And between that time, they had to be stored somewhere. And then also, you had to go around on ladders maybe to take them off. So it was a fairly big production. So in the 1930s, they came out with triple track storm windows. So a triple track storm window is basically like a metal frame, lightweight metal frame that's screwed to the jamb. And there's three panels in three tracks in the frame. Two are glass, one screen. And what this does is it allows the homeowner to be able to change from screen to glass and to store whichever panel they're not using in the window itself, so nothing has to be removed, although they could be removed for cleaning and if you need it. These windows were ubiquitous kind of from like the 1930s up until maybe the 80s or 90s. Although more recently they've kind of been supplanted by just better engineered double pane windows, vinyl windows, which all have their own integral screens. So there's no need for storm panels, and there's no need to store anything. The screens are left in year round, although some people take them out. For this project, the house that had triple track storm windows, which we removed, and the homeowner wanted that classic historical storm window look, wood storm window, and they weren't too concerned about the having full screens in the summer, as they kind of use AC as soon as the weather gets hot. So we built these storm panels out of 5/4 by 3 sapele mahogany. And for you non-wood people, that's actually 1 1/16 inch by 2.5 inches. The frames are assembled. They're 5 pieces. They're assembled, but with Titebond 3 wood glue and Festool domino tenons, which are also mahogany. There are no metal fasteners, just glue and wood tenons, and that's all you really need. We cut a rabbet in the back of the each window opening to install laminated glass, and the panels were primed and painted. The window frames on this house were over 100 years old, so they weren't square, and so each window had to be fitted into place. So we wanted to leave about a 3/32 reveal around the window. So there was plenty of clearance. We fitted these windows with a Festool track saw, hand plane, sandpaper, etc. The sills on this house also varied from 5 to 11 degrees in angle, so we had to custom fit the sill angle by cutting the bottom of the window to whatever that matching angle was on each panel. They are installed so they can be easily removable for cleaning or glass replacement, and with care you could even do it from inside, from a second floor, without needing to get a ladder out. The hardware to hang the windows are these decorative slotted hooks that you can see right here. They're mounted to the top of the storm window and the top window trim, and they hold the window securely. But if you tilt the window out, you can tilt it out on an angle, like a slight angle, and then you can lift it away from the house and off the hooks. Original storm windows were at the bottoms were secured inside, usually with eye hooks or wood latches. But at some point, Stanley developed hardware to mount to the side of the jams and onto the windows that allow the windows to be propped away from the house, so to prop them open to let air in. But when people used to prop them open with like a stick or a book or whatever, there was a danger the windows, storm or window gust could come and rip the whole storm window off the side of the house, or just damage the window. So this hardware keeps it secure, and while still being able to open it to let air in. They actually, when you close the window, there's a handle at the bottom of the window. You can pull it closed. The arms fold up. And then they rather smartly, you can actually rotate these arms 180 degrees, which actually locks the window and locks it tight, secures it tight. And then it also prevents it from being open by acting as a lock. You can see here I'm actually like closing the window, and then I'm going to pull these latches over and lock them down. Now that window's locked. You couldn't open that from the outside. If you pulled on the bottom of the window somehow with a crowbar or something, those latches would prevent it from opening until they're rotated 180 degrees up. They can also be adjusted for tension to keep them, to keep the stiffness of the opening to, how hard you need to pull it to shut it. Now Stanley stopped making these hardware in recent history. Like I think in the last 10 years, maybe they stopped making it. But a hardware store in the Chestnut Hill neighborhood of Philadelphia named Killian's started I guess produce their own or carry their own line of them. You can get it in zinc or stainless steel. We opted for the stainless steel. Now you can see a third feature of these window arms. These arms is that you can actually, like, without tools, remove the arms from the jams, and so you can take out the whole storm panel again without needing tools or anything. And there we go, lock it down nice and tight. Really awesome stuff. Really awesome hardware. And there you can see the hooks. And I'm going to leave you with that. And I hope you enjoyed this arcane historical carpentry project. We did. The homeowner really is thrilled with her windows. And so thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next video. Take care.